Vanishing Twin Thriving. Vanishing Twin Thriving is about wholeness. It's about feeling balance. It's about feeling still centered in your system. Vanishing Twin Thriving is very different to all the other webinars I've done with working with the trauma of losing a twin or lining up, finding out how many twins you have or setting up the genetic places. This webinar is very different. This webinar is almost like a completion of a cycle. It's about becoming whole again. It's about feeling secure in your system. It's about losing that longing that there's something missing from me or there's a deep hole in me that needs to be filled with something from the outside. So, Vanishing Twin Thriving is about completing the cycles on trauma, of separation, of grieving, of loss. And it's really bringing you back into wholeness so you can embrace yourself and so you can it's interesting. Marriage was coming up a lot the last week. It's about marry yourself, like become one with yourself, face yourself, see yourself, accept yourself. This is where this webinar is very different to all the other webinars I've done on working with the Vanishing Twin. It's really being able to hear yourself, feel yourself. I know when I first started this work, I couldn't even have a picture of myself, look at a picture of myself, never mind look at one of these recordings, is to really face yourself and to embrace yourself. And for you to live your qualities, it's about accepting your qualities first. It's you that needs to accept yourself first. You that needs to accept the qualities of you first, of all the aspects of you. It's not the outer world. So this webinar will really, I will go into a state of wholeness because I work, with quantum entanglement. So when I become that myself, then your system reads it and will know how to do it. So I'm going to work with clearing everything that has you out of the feeling of wholeness and everything which is around separation. Where's the separation in your system to bring you back into wholeness? So the intention of this webinar is really to bring you back to wholeness so you feel fulfilled and you want to live your life. Like you live it not from a need, but from your essence, from that inner child's excitement, curiosity, drive, courage, and stillness, presence. So it's going to be really, really deep and it's going to be very still and very silent at the same time. So you can drop into all those subtle codes or subtle information which is keeping you out of yourself. And this will really, really go deep on a cellular level and an emotional level and subconscious levels. And it will break the habits in the brain of where the brain's wired around separation and trauma, rather, and then bring it back into creation, bring it back into wholeness, bring it back into the fruits of life. So I'm looking forward to holding space for you over the weekend and to hold space for you to remember yourself. And maybe there's aspects of you that was never here, which happens a lot if you have a twin. A missing twin is that there's a lot of space maybe in some part of the body where the twin was dominating, and then you'll have that part back. So maybe it's the first time in your life that your spirit could come down into the body fully, down into your feet fully, down into your roots fully. So there's going to be many, many gifts in this webinar, and it's going to be very unique for each one of you and very different for each one of you because we all have different information or different trauma bonds in the system. So it's really going to work on a lot of dense programming, which will be released. So if this resonates with you and you'd like to do this, go on this journey with me and everyone in the webinar, I invite you to be there. And yeah, I'll see you at the webinar. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.